Hello everyone, Nugi here, and today we're gonna be covering Corepunk. Thank you Corepunk for sponsoring this video. Now, you might ask, what is Corepunk? Now you might ask, what is Corepunk? Well, Corepunk is an open world MMORPG that blends MMORPGs, ARPGs, MOBAs, puts it in a setting of steampunk, dieselpunk, cyberpunk, fantasy, crafted with lots of stories, PvP and PvE, session-based games modes, with PvE and PvE extraction, open world exploration, solo instances, battlegrounds, just a whole theme pack of things to do and to explore, with a big focus on character progression and crafting. I would say are the big things here. They also aim to put out narrative and season-based stories for the story content, where they build up much like a TV series with episodes and so on and so forth. Everything being voice acted with some pretty interesting style of voice acting and writing. It's pretty on the nose, and they're not afraid of being a bit edgy, which is it's quite refreshing. But let me just take you in game, and I'll go over what I've experienced so far and what you should look out for if you're in my shoes and you're playing it the first time. Now, in game. So I'm already up to level 20. In my next video I will go over some of the more in-game stuff, as I'm just starting to do some of the world bosses and such, but that will be for the next video. So for this video I will just give you a rundown of what to expect. Now, you load into the game, you'll spawn down here in the portal, you talk to Sick, and he sends you out, where you start gathering some stuff and you get situated, and he tells you to go to Golden Town, or Golden Field Town, where you meet his brother. I think it's his brother, Sook Clank Whistle. He's a bit of a interesting one. Now, that being said, you're being sent on a quest immediately. Now, all the quests are voice acted.
Wanna buy some meat?
Do I want to buy some meat?
Fill me in.
So Martha told you about my special spice?
Special spice?
Got whoever told you. You're right, though. It's ground up imp. I have a secret to getting up close. Tell you what, if you help, I'm thinking of whipping up a new
classic MMO. You can just skip through it if you don't want to listen to it. But everything is voice acted, which is really neat. Now, here you can see a lot of the items. They're pretty easy to understand. If you're attack based, go for attack power. If you're mana based, you can go spell power. And then you have like certain enemies will do physical damage, certain enemies will do magic damage. You might need some mana, you might need some heal. There is your standard like tank and spank. The Trinity, you'll have healers, DPSers, and tanks for the PvE purpose. It also translates to PvP. I haven't really tried much PvP, but once you play it, you notice that all these skills, even though they're tanking skills, it's more that you're blocking attacks and such that would also work in PvP. But yeah, these quests, here's my tip number one if you're trying out the game. Do the quest lines. I didn't do enough, so now I'm going back to do them. So what I did is I did a good amount of them, and then I went exploring, and I ended up over here, and I ended up killing nets, high-level nets, and it was a really good way of gaining experience, which is a way if you don't want to deal with all the
Hey there, city
all the
slicker.
questing. But I wouldn't recommend to do the questing because it leads into crafting as well. Crafting is pretty simple. go collect resources, put them together, and by putting them together, you're upgrading your crafting and such. As you can see, like my weaponsmithing is at 43. Now, right now at max level, I would like to be at least, I believe, journeyman. I don't know. I think I need like 1,000 points here or something. It's not that difficult to get it. I have a recipe, I believe, for one of these, right? So as you can see here, I can make 4 of these. I don't know if I can make them here. No, I'll need to go to the crafting bench. I believe the crafting bench is over here in the workshop. And then you would then level up. So it's like you go collect your stuff. You go do your I forget what these things are called. Collection traits has a different name. Anyways, and then you get your resources and then you craft your gear. Now there are ways to learn the crafting. I'm not very good at it yet, but I have a general understanding, I guess. Let me show you. Crafting map. Now it's a pretty cool looking crafting map here. Now what you need is basically you need the recipes, and then depending on the type of components or the quality of the stuff you put in, it'll result in better and higher grade outcomes. Basically, it's pretty straightforward. It looks a bit complicated, but it's pretty straightforward. And so you will go in and you will use a synthesizer machine. One thing I'll say, like I would say go in and learn this on your own. I'm not going to go over all the intricacies, but I'll tell you this. I was very afraid of using the fuel to start with myself. Know that it can't fail, but if you try a combination that doesn't work, like, and create, it just uses a synthesis fuel. Now these are not that hard to get. Don't worry when you're experimenting. Now I would suggest that you level up your crafting and you do your quests. And the quests will lead into crafting. One of the things that a quest will give you is these things, which are your items. Now these items is one of the avenues where you get power. And it's the one place where I'm currently upgrading. You can upgrade 3 prefixes and suffixes. I think they call them something else. I'm from PoE. I've played ARPGs a lot. So in my head, the top stuff is prefix, the bottom stuff is suffix. I think they have another naming scheming here. Doesn't matter. This one hasn't. You see, this one is gray. This one is green. The green one has is a T1. Gray one is not tier at all. I don't. Let's go into my inventory. I have some more. Purple one is T3. And blue one, if I have one, should be T2. Yes, here, T2. So as you can see, they get 1 more mod every time. The little notch you can see in there is the quality of the modifier. You can reroll this with the synthesized machine again. You will get reroll materials to do so. Now I can't tell you what is the best way of using your resources, but what I can tell you is that it's worth leveling up your crafting, because you need to be able to craft higher stuff, and then eventually you're going to like upgrade these tier by tier, and then you're going to be re-rolling them until you hit all the affixes you want, and then you're going to be re-rolling the ranges of the modifiers so they are like all the way to the maximum power. So you want to get the maximum power, and you want to get the right set of affixes on your gear. Like I have this like bleed here that I don't really need. Well, maybe it's good. Honestly, I don't know. Armor pin's apparently good, and mana is good for me right now. Now, anyways, let me go over the talents here. So talents. You can reset these, and then as you level, you get these pretty fast. Like we're level 20 and we have, so basically on average like 1 per level, a little less. And there's like 10 of these to where you can specialize. Now, I was running one where I was running for solo play early on, which I think I can recommend. It felt pretty good. A good recovery. Recovery is very nice early on for your character, so you don't constantly have to sit down and heal. Because otherwise you have to like use your consumables to heal. So you want to have some good recovery early on. I can recommend that. And then the weapon system of weapon masteries, which is basically your secondary way of leveling apart from just normal leveling up. Every time you level, you get a skill point down here. So like you level up, you can put another point in your net shot, your whatever things here, right? You get a total of 20 points. They go here. You can decide, like, this is where the MOBA comes in. You can go Q first, W first, E first. You can decide. Eventually all gets maxed. And then now you can specialize in here, where you can see I've gone heavy into Arrow Rain, and then I've gone Venomous Infusion. I found that the Arrow Rain leveling here was really good because this skill right here is a big AoE, which was really nice when killing lots of monsters and dragging them together. Now I'll go out and show you how it looks when you're fighting. Right, shoo, and then you can do this, and these are level 1, so they're very easy. And it's worth noting every time you kill a pack and there's a chest near it, grab the chest. Gold is very useful. It's how you buy your recipes and such. Now that you also have a mount, I think you can unlock. This is level 6 or 7. There's a mount vendor right here, I believe. I think he's the mount vendor. I can sell you a little hoverboard. Yep. Zoo, 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 zoo. Yep, he can sell you this.
What's up time?
It'll cost you 250 gold. Another reason why you want to farm some gold early on. Another neat thing that might confuse you a bit early on is for the crafting. I think it's Y. Craft here. You can see I have 100% here. Now here's a cheeky thing that the game does. If you do multiple trade skills or collecting skills here, they distribute them relative to, so you can only have 100% total. So you could have 25, 25, 25, 25, 40, 60. And anytime you do another one, the other ones will go down and the one you do will go up. So I'm just doing this right now because I don't know if it's a good idea, but I assume it's good to get epic resources. I don't know, we'll find out. I have noticed that for boss fights, you need the higher tiers of these skillers. So what I'm doing right now is, like, I've been doing some boss farming where we like do boss rotations. You group up and do some boss rotations. I noticed they've just redone this. This looks way sweeter now. Okay, so party finder is here. And then you can like create a party. I'm very early morning, so like there's probably not many people online right now at this time of day. And then we have all the different dungeons we'll do. This is one of my next goals to do. Try some dungeons, maybe go and try some of these. You can lose your items here, but then you can insure them. What I think people do is they go in with lesser gear and then they try and farm up some better gear in there. It's one of the gearing strats. So boss rotations, crafting, and battlegrounds and dungeons and such. And then we have the quests over here. Lots of quests. And some of them are pretty fun. The stories are honestly the more fun. Like the more fun part is just listening to all the different storylines. Yeah, I enjoyed that. Make sure to come over here to the yoga house. One of these characters will give you these skills here. You can buy these. You can have 2 of them. So I have just recovery, life, and mana here. So I would definitely do that. Anything else we could cover from like baseline here? The game is in a pretty active cycle from development right now. I just looked at it from a patching cycles perspective. Since December, they've pretty much been doing, I think, around 8 to 10 patches a month. Some of them are small, some of them are quite large. Lots of content additions. I mean, they just updated some of the interfaces. I mean, you can see the dungeons. They've been adding in the dungeons and all that. So that's really good to see. It's really good to see that that there's so much active development going on. Here we go, Mama. Big Mama.
Oh, you found the spy sugar.
Oh, you found a spy sugar? What is this place?
This here's Goldenfield. Used to be not much happening around here.
Yeah.
But then that...
Yep. That is Goldenfield, and this is Corepunk. So I've been here. I've ventured a little bit this way. I've went to... What's this called again? Riverside? Riverside City? Riverrise City. And then I've gone... I've ventured slightly into the Great Steps. Now this place is crazy. And leading into this place, there's some bear roaming around here. This guy's a monster. Just take it from me. Be careful of the bear. Oh. And these things. The Mantha. Holy. Now this is one of the, honestly, that's like one of my favorite parts. It's just being surprised and kind of rolled over every now and then. It's kind of rare these days to have games not hold your hand. This game does not hold your hand. If you're looking for an MMORPG that's not holding your hand, where you have to kind of figure out the quest lines, is a bit of an old school, you know, back to form, then Corepunk might just be for you. Last thing I want to show you guys that I should have known is whenever you're running your quests, definitely use this feature where it shows you in the different zones that you should go. It isn't a guarantee, and it doesn't always show you. Sometimes it'll show you, hey, find that guy's t-shirt. It's on a drying rack in this area. Then you'll have to go out and find the drying rack. And you'll have to make some like, where could a drying rack be? Maybe in the backyard of one of the houses? It's probably there. So the game doesn't necessarily always tell you direct instructions. Sometimes these quests can be a bit finicky, can be a bit tricky. But that's part of the fun.
Don't forget, we need those valuable items for the quantum flux recalibration. Just go retrieve them.
Yes.
North outside the northeast fort to the southeast.
So I tried that. I was unsuccessful, not because I couldn't find them. It was really hard to not die. So this is one of my must-dos. Very good reward here. And as you could hear,
Don't forget. Tick-tock, fuckholes.
all voice acted.
Make your way up northwest by...
So guys, that is Corepunk. If you are interested in a not very handholdy kind of ARPG with lots of progression, crafting, collecting, roaming around, then this might just be for you. I'll leave a link down in the description, and I'll see you in the next one.